Hello again, fellow virtual consultants. Today we're going to start a series of videos on how to use an automation tool called Zapier. And this will be part of our overall theme on both how you can use automation, how you can use Zapier, how you can use automation tools, both to automate your business, to make you more productive, efficient, and effective, and also to learn skills that you can then essentially offer and sell to your clients. So once you have mastered these skills, automating your own tasks for your own business, you can turn around and offer these to as services to your clients who may not be as savvy or just don't have the time to use these tools to automate their business. So lots of opportunities, lots of benefits in using these automation tools. And again, in this series, we will be showing you how you can use the Zapier tool both to automate tasks in your business and then again to offer services as a virtual consultant to your client. So I'm on the Wikipedia page for Zapier just so you can get some information about the tool itself, etc. I'll put this link in the description box below so you can read in more detail the history of Zapier, what is it, but essentially it's a tool that allows end users to integrate web applications. You can see it's US based, etc. It's workflow oriented to automate, again, web applications. So everything we're talking about automating with Zapier is going to be a web-based application, and typically it's one that has an API. So it's integration between APIs. And API is Application Programming Interface. We see the history. Again, you can read this. You can see related tools is if then that is IFTTT is another type of automation tool in this category, and Power Automate by Microsoft is another competitive tool, and maybe we'll look at those and compare them in the future. Okay, now I'm on the Zapier homepage. I'm on the How It Works page of Zapier's homepage, and we could see some additional information about what Zapier is, how it works, what's available, additional information for you. Again, I'll leave this link in the description box below so you can explore this in more detail for yourself. But just a very quick overview as we can see what's available on the homepage so you can get more information. As you can see, this is the How It Works page. You can get a tour of the product. You can see customer stories and security. We can see popular ways to use Zapier. Apps, it has just hundreds of applications that you can integrate with Zapier, and we'll do a series of how to do various what they call Zap. They call it an integration or an automation. They call a Zap, and that is one workflow between applications. Again, that's what they call a Zap. And they just have tons of applications that you can integrate with Zapier, and then you can see some role-based integration, some role-based workflows, and that can help you focus again for services that you want to sell, etc. Then you can see all kinds of additional resources, blogs, experts, etc. Just an FYI, you may see advertisements for jobs, remote work jobs, for working for Zapier, doing their technical support, expertise, etc. So it is an employment type job, but they do offer a work from anywhere remote work opportunity if you really are looking for employment. So you can see, Zapier for teams, Zapier for companies, and then pricing. They do have a free tier, and then there's upgrade premier offerings. So there's a limit to what you could do with the free tier, and then if you want more Zaps, more tasks, etc., and or premium integration, there is a cost. If you calculate the time, the money you're saving, for the time that it's saving you, and this is a selling point again to your clients, I believe it's well worth the cost. So we'll dig in more detail. Just a quick perusal of their webpage. You can see, more efficiency. You can see they have videos, testimonials. Again, it's an automation tool. Automate your monotonous tasks, save you time, notifications, Without it, they build this as a no-code, low-code tool, and so far it helps to understand programming, logic, coding. You'll be much more efficient, but it's not required. I haven't run into a case yet where I actually had to revert to low-level third-generation code. You see, they offer over 3,000 different types of integrations you can use, security, uptime, etc. Again, you can see some of these examples for yourself. So again, I will leave this link. There's FAQs, they have documentation, help, etc. And again, you can get started for free, so you can try this out, see if it works for you, start to learn for free, and then if you feel that it's of benefit to pay for the premium upgrades, then you can do so. So I hope that helps as a quick overview. Again, I'll leave this link in the description box below, and then we'll get started. We'll show you actually how to work with Zapier. Okay, when you're ready to try Zapier, you can get started free from this How It Works page, or probably from several of the other pages. And what you're going to see is when I jump over there, it's going to give me several options to sign up to Zapier. Now, obviously, we've already signed up and built things, and we're going to show you how to do that. But I mentioned that just because it's going to give me options to sign up with like Google, Facebook, Microsoft, etc. And then because we've already signed up with Google, that's going to disappear, and it's going to ask me if I want to continue with my Google account. Now, just a recommendation is, particularly if you use the Chrome browser, if you use your Google account for like Google Docs and things like that, you use other Google products like YouTube, I would recommend just using your Google account to sign up, because then it will automatically recognize these other accounts like YouTube and Google Docs, etc. So you'll see, I would recommend using your Google account. It's going to briefly flash that when I jump over there, and then it's going to disappear and ask me if I want to continue with my Google account. Again, you can use your Facebook account or your Microsoft account. I think you can even sign up with an email address if you choose to do so, but again, it works well with the Chrome browser. You want to use the profile associated with the Chrome browser that you at least want to start with as your base for building your Zaps. And we'll talk about how to use accounts in other profiles probably in a future video. So I hit Get Started, and you see it shows Facebook, Microsoft, and Google very briefly, and then it says, okay, do I want to use this Gmail account, which is the Google profile that I'm in right now. So again, then once you get signed up, then when you go to Zapier.com, you're going to end up on your dashboard, and you can explore your dashboard. You can see they have a large number of pre-built workflows that you can try, these various pre-built workflows. You can start by searching for a given application. So if I want to say, okay, I want to do something with Twitter, I want to start with something from Twitter, I can search for that. It's going to then show me a bunch of pre-built workflows that it already has for Twitter, and then I can just start with one of those. So now we'll dig into, okay, where do I go from here? Once I'm signed up, I've got my account, I'm on my dashboard, how do I actually start building out my own workflows? And again, you could try one of their pre-built workflows and go from there as well. So I hope that helps. Okay, now let's look at how do we connect your applications, get your applications set up as connections in Zapier. That then makes them available for use in the various workflows, the various apps that you're going to build. So from the dashboard, once you're on the dashboard, there's a menu item called My Apps, and that's where you set up the connections for all the applications that you want to use in Zapier. Now again, you'll see we have already set up a large number of our applications. So when you want to add a new one, you could say Add Connection. You could search for an application. So in this case, just to show you an example of how to search, I could search for Twitter as an example, and it's going to show me, okay, I already have a connection, I already have a number of connections to Twitter, and it's asking me if I want to set up a new connection. So again, this is where you would set up connections to your various applications, and then in the various videos that we do on Zapier, we'll show you how to set up the specific connections that we're going to use to build the workflow, build the Zap for that particular video. So I hope that helps. So from here, if I already don't have an application for the connection that I want to use, I can just hit the Add Connection button. Then I can search the list of all the applications that I want to use, and again, I'll just say I want to do a Twitter, and I can select that application, and then I will start adding my connection to the application that I selected. And again, this will be specific to whatever that application is, and again, in the various videos that we do for specific workflows, we'll show you how to add each of the connections that will be used in that workflow in that video. So I hope that helps. Okay, in this specific video, we're going to show you how to set up a workflow for an integration, a Zap from a Twitter account. So I've, add connection, search for Twitter. It's showing I already have a connection set up to the Twitter account which I want to use. So it's just going to say, do you want to use that? I'm going to say yes, continue. It's going to ask me if I want to authorize it. You can read the details of the authorization. If you want to use it, you say yes, authorize. And then I will have a connection set up to my Twitter account. And again, it will, you can see it created a duplicate of the account I wanted to use already, which is the one that's associated with the profile of the browser, the Chrome browser that I'm currently in. So again, it's important that you're working from the browser that you want as your source for the workflow to begin with, because again, that will be the default profiles that it can automatically work with. You can see it's quick and easy to remove connections that you don't want that are duplicated, etc. So now we've got our Twitter associated with this Google profile set up as a connection in Zapier. Okay, for this video we want to set up a connection to a Discord. So from the My Apps menu item on the left, you select My Apps, and we get to our application page. We can see the ones we already have set up, but again, I want to show you how to set up a new Discord connection. So I'm going to hit the Add Connection button. You can search for the app, or you can see in this case Discord's at the top of the list, but you can search for an application if it's not easily available. I'm going to select Discord. Obviously you have to have a Discord, a profile in a Discord set up to be able to connect to it. It's going to say, okay, do you want to authorize Zapier to talk to the Discord for this profile? It's going to query the Discord servers that I own, that I manage, and give me the option to use one of those. I'm going to select one of the ones that I manage. I'm going to say continue. It's going to ask me if I want to authorize the Zapier to be able to do all of these activities. You can check things off if you don't want it to be able to do those, but leaving them all checked will give you the maximum capabilities to use Zapier with Discord. We say authorize, and then we should have our Discord connection. Now again, in my case, I've already had a connection, so this is a duplicate, so I want to remove the duplicate. There's really no need that I'm aware of to have more than one connection to the same place, so I'm just going to delete that. But now I have a connection to my Discord server, to this particular Discord server set up in Zapier that I can then use to create my workflows, create my Zaps. Okay, whenever we want to add a workflow, automate a new workflow, create a new Zap, What we do is from the dashboard, you can see there's a big button that says Create Zap, or if we want to look at our existing zaps, we can select that menu item. But again, quick and easy. If we want to automate a new task, a new workflow, just click the Create Zap button. That will then take us to the page where we can create our new zap, our new workflow. I would recommend, initially naming your zap. In this case, I'm just going to call this Test 1, and I could say, okay, I'm going to call it Test 1 Twitter 2, Test 1 Discord, just for an example. I like this kind of naming convention as it's easy when they're listed then to see, okay, where's the source of the workflow, the zap, and what's the destination of the workflow. And the more specific you can be if you have multiple workflows going between the same applications, the better. So I think that's very useful. And we can see the first thing it's going to ask is for a trigger event. So do I want this to be based on an application, in which case I'm going to search for the source application for the trigger event. Do I want this based on a schedule? Do I want it triggered from an RSS feed? Or do I want it triggered from a webhook, essentially a code that sends a webhook to the Zap? So a lot of options, a lot of power. The most common, I think, you might use schedule quite a bit, but usually it's a source of something. Triggered event, just as an example. I'm going to select Twitter here, and then you can see the first step in setting up a workflow is then the details of the trigger event. So again, these will be very specific depending on what workflow is the source of your Zap and what is the destination and any intervening steps. So in each detailed video we'll walk through the details of the Zaps, but that's just how you create one. And again, in the more detailed videos we'll go through testing them and enabling them, turning on the Zaps. But again, this is how you can quickly and easily just get it created. If I go back, now we will see that test zap in my list of new zaps. So as you can see, I have a large number of zaps already automated. Love this tool. It saves an enormous amount of time and effort. But now you can see there's the test in my list of zaps. So I hope that helps, and now we can dig into creating detailed zaps, automating our workflows with Zapier. Okay, in this video I want to show you how you can quickly and easily automate a workflow to send Twitter tweets, to capture Twitter tweets from a Twitter account and post them in a channel on a Discord server automatically. So you don't have to manually do that yourself. So again, I want to create a new Zap to automate a new workflow. I'm going to name my Zap appropriately. So I'm going to name it with the Twitter account that I'm coming from. I'm going to name it with the Discord server that I'm going to, and the channel that I'm going to be posting the tweets in, so that that's clear in my list of Zaps. So I want to go from my Twitter account, so I can search for Twitter. I select Twitter as my trigger event. You can see, okay, there's my application. What's the trigger event? In this case, it's a tweet. So when this account, my profile account, tweets something, that's going to trigger this app. Now it's going to ask me which account do I want. I have several that are connected to this, so I want to make sure I'm choosing the one that I want the tweet to come from, which is the local account attached to this browser. It's going to test that connection, make sure it can connect. If I've set up the connection appropriately, it should be successful. Here is a list of tweets that we can use to test this Zap with. And if you click on where it's showing, it will show you some selections. As you select each one, it will show you what it is that you're going to be sending. If you want to refresh this list, you hit the load more and it will refresh to the most current tweets from that Twitter account. It says, okay, I didn't find anything newer than that. So I say, okay, let's use that. And again, this is the test data that we're going to be using. When we get to the end to test the Zap, test the workflow, it will send that message. Now it's going to say, okay, where do you want to send this message to? If I have to, I can search for Discord, or we can pick it from the list. Again, what's the event? What do I want it to do in the Discord? Well, I want it to send a message. You can see there's a number of actions that I can take, and again, we'll go into more detail with different types of actions, different type of workflows that we can use Zapier with. What account do I want? Any of my connections? I have the one I want already connected. I continue. Okay, now what channel do I want to put it in? Well, I happen to have a channel for Twitter in that Discord server, so I want to send it to my Twitter channel. Now, what do I want that message to look like? Here are the data fields, the data elements that are readily available in each tweet, so I can choose what I want to send. So I want to send the text from the tweet, and then let's say I want a space, and then let's say I want to put a pointer in there. So I want a pointer. So again, you can format this message to be the way you want it. And let's say, okay, I want the URL to the tweet. So again, you can structure what the message is going to look like in Discord. In this case, we've got the text from the tweet. We've got a pointed finger pointing to the URL in Twitter. So let's see what that looks like. You name your bot. I have a standard name I like to use for this particular bot. So I'm going to use that bot name. And let's find another one that's already using that bot to post in Discord. So you can see, I can always then tell what messages are being posted from my Zapier bot. They all have that username. You can have an image. I don't have an image for this particular bot, so I'm just going to continue. Now we can test this. So here's the message that it's going to post from my Twitter. It read it from my Twitter account. I've structured it, I've formatted. We can see there's the text from the tweet, there's the little big pointed finger, and there's the URL of this tweet in Twitter. So I'm going to hit test and review. So it will try to send it. If I haven't made it too long or made an error, it will say it sent the message. Now we can jump over to the Twitter channel in that particular Discord, and we should be able to see what our message looks like. So we can see, okay, there's the message that we sent, there's the finger, there's the URL to that. That happens to have a video attached to it. If we click on that link to see if it works, this goes to that tweet in Twitter to verify that the link is working appropriately. And assuming it is, then we have a successful test, and our workflow is ready to be turned, our Zap's ready to be turned on, and this workflow is then automated, and I no longer have to copy paste tweets from Twitter to my Discord. It will automatically happen whenever a tweet appears in that Twitter account. It will automatically post that to Discord. Now you can see there's a number of ways we could turn this Zap on. It's asking, are we ready? We did our test. Our test was successful. We can say turn it on there, we can turn it on there, or we turn it on there. Once we turn it on, now it shows that it's on. We can retest, we can send other test data, we can change the way our text is formatted and retest, etc. Once we're happy with it, it is on, and the next time I send a tweet, it will automatically be posted in that channel in my Discord. So I hope that all helps. You can see how quick and easy it is to create, automate new workflows, create new Zaps in Zapier. You can see how much time and effort it saves, both you and the opportunity for your selling this as a service to your client. So again, we hope that this video helps you see the awesome potential of automating your tasks, saving you time and effort with Zapier, making you more productive, efficient, and effective, and also opportunities where you could sell this as a service to automate tasks for your clients. So again, I think there's a lot of opportunities with using Zapier. We hope that you like this. Please let us know in the comments of this video what you think of this video using Zapier. We hope that you will come back and hit the notify button and subscribe to our virtual consulting channel. We'll be doing a lot more automation of workflows using Zapier, show you more tips and tricks and lessons learned of how to be most effective automating your tasks with Zapier. And again, we hope this helps. We hope you like it. Smash the like button. And again, subscribe to our virtual consulting channel. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope that you liked it. Please smash the like button to help the YouTube algorithm share our videos with more of your fellow virtual consultants around the world. Please share this on your social media and with your other virtual consultants around the world. If you're not already subscribed to our virtual consulting YouTube channel, we hope that you will choose to subscribe, and please hit the bell icon to be notified as we release new content. Please provide us with your feedback in the comments below. Let us know how we can help you be more successful as a virtual consultant, get started as a virtual consultant, and be successful in your virtual consulting business. Again, thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope this all helps, and have a great day.